Good morning. It's a cloudy morning this morning. I wanted to get some onions planted so that we can get them getting up and moving along for the spring. If you notice, I got my back brace on. My back's been giving me a hard time the past couple days, but I wanted to get this out to you so you can see it and if you're going to put your onions in, now's the time to do it. Okay? I'm going to turn the camera around so you can watch what I do and see some of the little things that I do that really helps with the onions. When you plant onion bulbs, you want to make sure that you put the end down that has the root down toward the ground, not standing up. If you put it in an opposite, the onion will sometimes bend over to the side, but it takes a lot more energy out of the onion and it just won't do as well. So what I wanted to do is show you how I'm putting them in. If you look here, you can see this particular onion still has a little tiny bit of root left. But you can see how at the end it has the little rough edges. That's the point that goes down into the ground, okay? You'll see here's where the old parts of the onion, the tops were. It's dried up, and what they did was they pulled it out so that it could be a seed onion, okay? So just remember, keep the end down where the roots are, down in the ground, and keep them standing up, okay? I'm using this older asparagus pot. It's been 8 years, and now I've only got 1 or 2 asparagus coming up. So I'm going to use this for my onions for this year. And I'm probably going to put some spinach in it. So we've got some of that too. But this morning I wanted to show you what I've been doing and how we do it. Now, a lot of people will put their onions in too close together. They want to cram them in, and it's not good. So what you see there is about 2.5 to 3 inches apart, because when they grow bigger, each one is going to take almost 2 inches in diameter. So you still want them to have some space to grow. When you get ready to plant them, you want to use the bulb dust. I'm not going to promote any one particular type, but this has got a lot of sulfur in it. And you mix it into the bag. You can see how there's a lot of extra there, and I'll pour that back into the bulb dust container, so I'll have some for later. But it's important to see that. And when you do get them in, to go to set them in, the thing to do is I put my rows a couple inches apart. So I'm going to take right now and show you how I cover these, and then we're going to do the second row, and I'll show you how I put them in. Okay? All right. So really, all I'm doing is what I call pinching. And you pinch them together so that you see it cover up, and they're there. Now, the thing you want to do is come back with your hoe, and I have a sort of working hoe here, and I take and I tamp it. Remember, we've talked about all the time that a seed, whether it's a bulb or a regular seed, needs to be in good contact with the soil in order to be able to germinate and take off to grow. So I do it this way, and then also, just to sort of cheat a little bit, you'll see I put a stick there, right here, so that I know that's where the end of the row is, but I also see the flatness. You can see where the flat area is that I've got. That's where the row is that has the onions. Now what I'm going to do is take and actually carve out a second row, so I know I'm close to it, and that way I can go ahead and start doing that. Now, it depends on what you want to do. I usually take my finger or 2 fingers, and I just row it down. And you notice that when I work the ground, I worked it fairly deep. Now it's loose enough that I can come back in and actually dig this just with my fingers. And it really works good, because you want it about 1.5 inches deep so that you get those onions down in the ground. So when they start up, they won't be pinching themselves already and fighting to get in. Okay, I'll give yourself a little room there. I go back. I want to make sure that I don't have any humps. Okay. Now, like I said, and the thing that's important to remember is that the sulfur is not going to hurt you. It's a natural occurring element. So what I do is I'll take a few of them, and I'll start one here, and I'm just comfortable with how to put them in. And here you go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and finish these, but I wanted you to see how I put them in, and that you can see how there's not that much row in there that they're actually going to, they will be covered up by about a half to 3/4 of an inch. Okay, later on we'll look at them, watch them, see them come up, and I probably will put a little bit of straw around them. Okay, talk to you later.